Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Oh, child. When I tell y'all it was so freaking cold yesterday, man, that wind was cutting. They did say we were supposed to be feel like below degrees today, but it's not been that bad today. But like late yesterday afternoon, oh my gosh, y'all, it was freezing out there. Yes, ma'am. Hello, everybody. It is Monday. We are now one good week away from Merry Christmas. That part right there. But anyway, child, let's just get on in here. Uh, to my amazing mods, hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for always popping in to support when you can. Miss Maria, Sexy Diva, Miss Denise. Miss Denise, is you working today? And how about that wedding? Get in here, Miss Denise. I need to know. You know I'm nosy. Sexy Diva, my thoughts, and Miss Carla. They at work, y'all. They probably at work. Catch the replay. Anyway, hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for joining. If you are catching this on the replay, thank you. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, child. It's like you get at a standstill here. Come on, people. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. You know, you bushwasher campers or whatever y'all calling yourself. Subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff. Lord, there go my sweet up in the joint, child. My sweet has done the fell up in here. Hey, girl, hey. Let me see. Miss Faces. Good evening, everyone. Miss Sylvia says hello. Miss Ebony says, hey ladies, I will catch the replay. I have to go look at another apartment. Good luck with it. Out there. I hope it's not too cold. Child, I don't know if I want to be out there looking for a apartment. Gotta do what you gotta do, child, whether it's cold, hot, whatever. You have to go when you don't want to go. Sometimes. This thing here, don't you get to acting crazy here. Miss Maria says, good afternoon, squad. Y'all know what it is. It's a G thing. Join the live. It's a vibe. Come on in the room. Close the door. Grab a snack, a seat, and let's chat it up. House rules. No CC's names, initials only. Use creative spelling for curse words. Over here, we agree to disagree. Um, Respect for discourse only. All is alleged in our opinion. It's just for entertainment, y'all. We're just getting up here running off at the mouth, child, spending some quality time together. Miss Faith says it's 44 in Birmingham. It feel good. Ooh, child. My sweet says, hello, everyone, Miss G and Maria. Hey, girl, hey, welcome. She says, Miss Maria says, help us grow, subscribe, support, $ G Strickland, a super chat, super sticker, and share. Join for $2.99. If you see the hype button, hit it. Pushes up in the algorithm. Thanks and enjoy. Miss Maria says that Faith House, the hardest working sister in the chat today. I think she on vacation from one of her jobs, right, Miss Faith? I think. Miss Maria says that Moss Sweet, aka Sonya, hey girl, hey. Sylvia, Miss Maria says, Sylvia, hey friend, how you been? And at Ebony, she says, hello, beautiful. Moss Sweet says, hello, Sonya. I didn't see Miss Sonya slide through here. Hi, Miss Sonya, girl. It's 23 in it. Ooh, ah. When I tell y'all last night it felt like it was one, that's how freaking cold it was. That wind was blowing and cutting and blowing. I was like, well, what is really going on? Talking about it was supposed to snow. We didn't get no snow. Thank God for that. But child, yes. If it would have snowed last night, man, everything would have froze. That's just how bad it was. She says, no, I go on vacation from the 24th until January the 8th. Yes, it was 4 degrees yesterday. I think it was one last night around here. I'm telling y'all, it was so freaking cold. It took just a few minutes for things to just freeze up. That's how bad things was freezing up. Child, I remember back in the day when it was getting this cold, we had to make sure things was wrapped with plastic and and all that good stuff to prevent the freezing of the pipes and all that, child. Woo, child. The good old days was the good old days, but do I want to go back to the good old days? I don't think so, child. Get somebody else to do all of that right there. Um, but yes, it was really cold. I'm sure the temperature gonna drop tonight, but I hope it don't drop as bad as it is. That's what I'm telling you. I don't do good in the cold, child. I'm not a cold. I'm a very cold natured person. I don't like being cold at all. I do not. But anyway, child, did y'all jump on up in there and get a little taste of that married to the medicine last night, honey? Woo, child. Mm. I think they something wrong with Dr. Simone's husband, child. That man right there could not be my husband, honey. He seems to be unconcerned and very slow to me. I was sitting there looking, I said, is there something wrong with this dude right here? I think something wrong with him. Child, but let's talk about that unprivileged child of hers. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I would have blanked out, lost my entire mind, be still whooping that ass right about now today. That boy ran up a Chase a credit card, 60K, y'all, all by himself. Now, when she was talking about he ran up that card by himself, not one time did she name off anything that he had did or purchased with the card or whatever. Child, I was like, what in the world? And that being said, the type child, as well as the husband and the brother, just as unconcerned. Not only that, child, he ran up the card to 60K with unconcern. You told her he want a new car. Miss Face says that's not a man. He a man, baby. Child, he would be a man, baby, by himself. Miss Maria says 60K. Was he stunning for his friend? Child, I don't know who he was stunning for. And like I said, she did not say what he purchased with that 60K. She just said he ran up a chase card, 60K by himself. What? Child. It'll be the Holy Ghost himself that had to come get me off of his head today. And not one time where he's sitting there trying to figure out, well, mama, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna pay it back. Or mama, I'm gonna, ain't got no job. Ain't thinking about no job. Talking about he want to go back to law school. Already done went to college and finished, but now he wants to go to law school. He wants a brand new car. Probably wants to live off on campus. You know, all of that amazing grand lifestyle and all that stuff, child. Child, he said that his mother and made the money to handle all of that kind of stuff, child. I said that boy right there is ungrateful, selfish, and all of the above. And I was sitting there like, okay, the dad's getting ready to jump in. He's getting ready to jump in. He's coming. He's getting ready to take this kind of conversation. He's getting ready to say, well, boy, how you planning on paying this back? What's your plan? What you gonna do? Not a word. Miss Maria says, I know you in line. What was the limit on the card? And he fixed his mouth to say he wanted what? A brand new car. And he expecting her to pay for him to go back to law school. You know, she was running it down, by her success and how she went about to get it, student loans, little taste of a job, doing whatever she had to do and all of that. But y'all, that wasn't the kicker. When he told her, she was letting them know how hard she had to work to get to where she's at. And he just put it out there with grandmother didn't have the money to do the things for you that you can do for us today. I said, Lord have mercy. Fork, spoon, knife, cup, glass, plate. Everything will be on that forehead today. Y'all hear me? Mm-mm. He'd have caught it all today. He'd be still trying to pick whatever they were eating up off of his head, child. Hi, Miss Charlene. She says, good afternoon, G Maria in chat. Hey, beautiful. But yes, honey, ungrateful child. She was cussing and fussing. Oh, child, I'd have told that man, you know what? I don't even see the purpose of you. I don't see the purpose of you being around. I gotta do everything by myself. I gotta go to work, work hard, all of this. She looked like she just need to take a nap. She just looked like she need a vacation all by herself to clear her mind, gather her thoughts, and all of that kind of stuff. Child, them kids is grown. She told that boy, "Hey, Miss Candy, I'm glad you in here." Dr. Simone's son ran up her Chase credit card, 60K, Miss Candy girl. And he unconcerned about it, Miss Candy. What you got to say? I said, mm-mm. But yes, child, he was so unconcerned, and all of that stuff. But that husband, honey, I would get a divorce from that man. For real, y'all. It's irrelevant to have him around. He's just so nonchalant, could care less. I'm not doing it. Nope, y'all better go get a job. Simone is carrying all three of those men. Yep, sure is, and she's run down. They don't care, like some people will be trying to get a plan or something, just in case she gets sick or something happens, child. They're not looking at that. They don't care. Miss Candy says, "Not my son." Miss Candy, that boy didn't tell us nothing that he spent this money on. I want to know what he purchased with this 60K. Miss Candy says, "Hi, sis," at Maria. Miss Maria says that Candy, "Hey girl, what up, doc?" But yeah, I want to know what this dude spent on this 60K. He telling his mama he wanted a new car. He could have purchased the car with that 60 daggone. Child, that is too much debt. That is too much debt. And this boy don't have no plan. Ain't trying to figure out a plan and could care less about a plan. Miss Maria says both son and his pappy be on the loan period. I don't care where they would be at. Miss Charlene says he sounds like Wendy's son. We get caught up in spoiling our kids, y'all. But first of all, Simone, Dr. Simone, how did this boy get a daggone Chase card anyway? How did he get his hands on this card? Did you give it to him? Did he take it on your notes that he had it? How did he get this card? Child. Miss Candy says he said he did not know what he spent the money on last night with Andy Cohen. Another lick upside his head, Miss Candy. You ain't helping it out. You ain't making it no better, child. Oh, well, yes, we always want our kids to have more than what we had, and don't want them to have to work as hard as we had to work and all of that. But in the mix of all of that, child, we be messing up kids up, child. Just by us wanting better, we messes them up. Miss Maria says, "How old is this fool?" He's in his early 20s, maybe 22 or something, between 22 and 25, perhaps. Miss Candy says she will ruin him if she keeps carrying him. I paid for undergrad and bought my son a brand new car. He is covering grad school. He better cover something, honey. Gonna work the mama to work her fingers. Girl, they look like she working like a Hebrew slave out there, child, trying to support these men. But it's just a dad for me, child. He just don't have no oomph about him. I can't do no lazy man like that. That takes a lot of strength out of you. You there, but you're not there. But everything just falling out, still off on one person. Man, y'all know that mess ain't right. You know it ain't right. Child, where he must have bought shoe. Child, he must be buying for everybody. I need to know where he spent what did he spend this money on, and who did he spend this money on, and how long did it take for him to spend it? That's what I need to know. Miss Faye says if I can get my old ass out and work, he can too. Yeah, y'all, but it sounds like the dad really don't have a job. I think he's in real estate or something. Probably ain't popping off and bringing nothing into the house. Miss Maria says that Ken, I did undergrad. Her dad bought her a car. She did grad school and bought herself a new car. Yes. I mean, in the mix of being there for them and trying to help them at the same time, teach these kids responsibilities. This boy, see, I think Dr. Simone need to tell these children. My sweet to my that was just a storyline. My sweet, I hope that's all it was. I hope and pray to God it was not real. What does Cecil do besides drink? Does he have a job? And that's what he looked like. Cecil just sitting there eating child. He's sitting there, and no doubt she probably had to go out there and get the food as well. Miss Maria says my daughter started working her junior year. Sure, ain't nothing wrong with teaching these kids responsibility. Don't nobody money spend like your own money, honey. Have your own money, baby. Um, even if it was just a storyline, I'm glad that it was brought to the forefront because it makes a lot of people think. Put your thinking cap on. I wish you would. I wish you would. Ooh. Mm, 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 mm. Child, I thought she was gonna say something about like 10 or 20, 5 or 10. Girl, she said 60K. Mm, 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 mm. 60K, child. But yeah, she needs to teach them children some responsibilities. We don't know how long we'll be here on Earth, and they need to know how to handle themselves out there in the real world, child. That lady no longer here. What they gonna do? Sit there and look at the pappy? So I'm asking, which way did we go? What we supposed to do now? Did we get the life insurance policy? How much money we got? We got enough money that's gonna last us a little taste. Child, I cannot. Miss Kenny said Simone said after the show that she is thinking about getting a divorce. Child, I would have been had that. It wouldn't be no thinking in it, child. None at all. None at all. Mm-mm. It is what it is. I mean, because really, it's like he has no perfect purpose there. Um, I thought she was supposed to be his helpmate, but she looked like it's the other way around. He just have no sense of directions. That's what it looked like. Miss Maria says at Mom Suite, there was a post about a mom who found out that her 16-year-old son charged up to uh what's that 22 on her account buying stuff for his little girlfriend on Sheen and Fashion Nova. Child, she beat the brakes off of him. 2,200. Child. Miss Faye says he would not have my card. He would have to have his own card. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, child. But let me slide over here for a little taste of a minute, child. Child, I seen a picture of Sharina Hudson. Y'all know Calvin's mistress. Child, Sharina looked like somebody done stuck her daggone head into the electric socket or something, child. A whole hot mess. And you know what? Good for her too. Because all that money that fool was getting off of Wendy per month, and he was giving you child, I cannot. Child, the people say she's back in the Carolinas, moved in with her mom and that little girl. They moved back in with her mom, but they said that girl is on got some EBT cards and everything, child, just trying to survive. Ain't that something? Child, you on top of the world and you ain't had no sense to stash none of that money to the side. None of that money. I've been like, maybe one business, but all that other stuff, child just didn't have no sense of direction. Hey, Miss Sexy Diva girl. She says, hey, G Squad and chat. Hey, girl, hey. Um, Miss Maria says, and made him get a job to pay her back. She also had a word with the girl's parents. Some of the stuff got returned, shaking my head. All of it would have got returned. My sweet said she shouldn't have let him have her card. My son never tried nothing like that with me. Child, he would never one and done. Miss Maria says, Kevin and Sharina pissed off millions with nothing to show. He funded 7 businesses startups for her. 7. Child. But y'all, the thing of it with the Sharina and Kevin, child, they said Kevin wasn't even the main dude. Even when she was living down the street from Wendy, child, she had a tenderoni in the Carolinas. They said she was sending the money to him. Child, everybody got tricked in that situation right there, child. But yeah, she back home in the Carolina looking like a hot mess. The people said that Sharina is hiding as well. So I said, well, Sharina, why you hiding out for? Sharina, don't hide. Don't you hide. Don't you reach back out to Wendy talking nothing about that little girl is Wendy's son, little sister. Wendy ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all remember that? And talking about she feel as though that little girl should have the same lifestyle as Wendy's son. What the hell? How dare you even fix your mouth to come at me and say some bullshiggity like that? Girl, is you what you smoking on? It has to be something wrong with you. Miss Maria says, a sexy diva, hey, my baby sister Ma. Child, something has to be going on, child. But that's what they get, child. A hot mess. Now she got to go out there, probably try to, get a job wherever she can get a job. Cause, yeah, what they say. Kevin said, "I done fell down and can't get back up." Kevin is down for the count, child. Kevin is down for the count, honey. I guess he's probably out there trying to find another one to prey on, probably. But when these dudes do mess like that, they won't never get another because they didn't appreciate that one. Miss Maria says that's the same Miss Bay's pappy baby mama was saying. Bay was like, bet. But why would you put these people in that mess that y'all created that? How dare you expect the ex-wife, sisters, whatever to no, baby, I ain't got. Don't reach out to me no more. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't have nothing to do with that situation. That was y'all's situation. Y'all created that. Y'all go and fix it. My sweet said she can have the same lifestyle if she get a job. The bird feels the same about Morat. Yes, child, pissed off all the way live, child. Yeah, she was real mad. Just mad. The only thing the bird need to be considering and thinking about doing is to continue to lay there and give Martell all them cheering that he want, child. Cause y'all know he said he want a lot of cheering. I don't know why he want a lot of cheering. He can't even take care of. But yeah, that's her job. That's her main job right there. Just pop them out, baby, pop them out like you used to. Go ahead and do that. Miss Maria says that my sweet sounds like an epidemic amongst the side chicks community. Child, ugh, I cannot. Sad, sad, sad. But did anybody go down there and pick up Ray J? My sweet. Did you see Ray J out there anywhere? No. Did the driver y'all pick Ray J up? They told me that Brandon them kicked him off the tour. Ray J was out there walking y'all with his thumb out. Ray J said, I'm out here thumbing. Down yonder in Florida somewhere. He out there thumbing. Girl, he had a little thumb out. He said he was homeless. He was hungry. He said he didn't have no money. And he said that he did have a little taste of changing clothes. He said, see here, my bag right here. I got some change of clothes in my bag. But, he just wanted somebody to come and give him a ride and let him take him in for the night and help him out and probably give him something hot, some good old hot food to eat, and then he said he'll be on his way. Did anybody help Ray J? Miss Silva says, hey Maria, friend, I'm great. Hope you are. Um, Miss Maria says Ray J should have never been on the tour in the first place. My sweet to my, he didn't know he was on tour with them. Girl, it was funny, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it. Ray J had a little thumb out there. I said, Ray J, people don't need to be doing that no more. Ain't nobody giving nobody with their thumb out a ride anymore. People be getting knocked up in the head and everything, trying to give somebody a ride. Sure, that thing was funny to me. I said, wait a minute. They said Ray J had millions. Ray J, what are you talking about? You out there ain't got no money. Um, My sweet says, I'm afraid of him. Ooh, child. Miss Maria says, some pick me probably rushed on out there, child. Miss Sensitivity says, hello, at Maria, my sister Ma. Child, that thing was too funny to me, child. Ray J was serious, child. He was serious. But then you can't never really take Ray J serious. He didn't look like he was high or had been drinking or nothing like that, but they sure said they kicked him off the bus, child. Dropped his little butt off down yonder in Florida somewhere, child. He out there just walking, child. He was just a walk. He said, I got my phone. I was thinking to myself, Ray J, you might need to go ahead and get up off that phone while you out there going live and try to save your battery until you get to a low. I cannot with him. He do the most. Miss Maria says Princess done probably put the brakes on the month. Ooh. Mm. Child, I don't think if I were Princess, as crazy as Ray J can act, I don't even think I would want his to touch his money because he just blows and act the whole fool any point in time he get ready. Just act the craziest I've ever seen in my life. Ray J do too much, y'all, but that thing was funny to me. I said, I said, Lord, if I was down there near Florida, I think I would have went and gave Ray J a little, or I'd have gave him a ride, child. I wouldn't let Ray J walk out there like that, child. Ms. Says due to my Ray J got that money from them earbuds and scooter. I think he lying for the internet. Or he wants some sympathy. He going doing all of that for a little taste of some sympathy. Ray J, if you don't go sit down somewhere. Miss Maria to my says D, what's popping in the desert today? Child, she probably got some good old weather out there, honey. The rest of us down here for a easing, freezing. They got children, don't they? Yeah, they got some children. Mm-hmm. Child. But then y'all, Ray J was saying something about he was doing it for a show or something. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't know, never know whether Ray J is telling the truth or if he lying or what. But he was out there walking, child. He was getting his walk on. Like I said, had that little thumb out there, child. I said, I cannot with that boy right there. I just cannot. He do too much for me. Mm-mm. I cannot. But that thing was funny. My sweet says 44 and cold. Well, my sweet, you ain't went to go see check on your man today, cause you know the people still talking about that Netflix, my sweet, and they talking about they got him down, and they gonna try to hold him down, and you know when this appeal and all that stuff come up about my sweet, they're gonna drag out some more mess on him. I don't know what y'all gonna do. You might need to go ahead and probably get another set of lawyers, you know, another dream team or some child to get your man up out of there. Um. Miss Maria says, where Mr. and Mrs. Norwood at? Child, they done left him out there too, honey. Well, Miss says due to my 71 at Maria, it feels great. See there, I can't eat food with her. I cannot. Yes, we will trade. Maria says that my sweet is 23 and freezing. I'll trade you, child. I'll trade with anybody too. He is here with me. Don't worry. Well, I'm just trying to say, you know, they got all this other stuff they keep talking about popping out and behind that stuff with 50 Cent. Maybe you should reach out to 50 Cent and maybe you and him can work out some kind of deal or something as far as all this here Netflix and mess going on. You know, tell him to fall back, calm down, shut up. And see if you can get him to do something on that level right there. I really don't know, but it's worth a try, honey. It is worth a try. They is dragging him so bad. Thank you, Miss Maria. They is really out here still dragging him. I said, well, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Whew. Is they gonna ever let it go? Is they gonna ever let it go? And child, Miss Face says, keep Diddy ass in there for la life. My sweet says she can't be going down over there to Fort Dix for life trying to visit no her man, child. She want him out. Like yesterday. Miss Maria says 50 live to troll. His day is coming. Ooh. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Child, I cannot. Mm-mm. My sweet says 50 telling lies. I am already doing something with 50. He will be with R. Kelly. Not R. Kelly. Jay-Z next. Jay-Z probably somewhere scared to death. He probably shaking in his boots, child. Them people probably can't even get no sleep. With all this mess going on, popping off and stuff. Mm-mm. Just too much going on out here, child. But yeah, I don't know, I thought maybe Ray J would have came back out and gave us an update by now, but I haven't seen anything else, child. It was cold too, so hopefully he said he had on a little tan jogging suit. That's all he had on. So he told the people, if y'all see somebody out here walking in a tan jogging suit, he said, it's really me. It's me. I got my thumb out, he said, and this is my bag right here. So I just need, somebody to come through and pick me up. That's all he was asking for. My sweet said, yep, cellmates Jay-Z is just fine. Child, Jay-Z said, don't y'all come coming for him, child. He ain't got nothing to do with all that mess my sweet man created out here all by himself. Miss Steve says, 50 mad cause Diddler had that baby mom loving them freak off with him. And my sweet, did you hear what she said? Miss Steve, Miss Sensitive, don't put that down there because my sweetie's in here. She might get upset, and don't go visit her man in the next couple of days or something like that. Don't put that down there. Miss Maria says Jay-Z done covered his ass real well. He has seen what it be happening to the rest of them. Ray J just wants attention. You think that's what it is? I think so too. But yeah, he's a decent looking young man. If he quit doing all that rugs and drinking and all that crazy stuff, just calm down. And he gotta go, he gotta repent and talk about the Whitney Houston situation and whatever. He gotta get some of this stuff up off of him. That's what's going on with Ray J. That conscience is whooping that ass. It's beating him down really, 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 really good. So yes, what did she say about my man? Well, one said they want him to stay in there for life. Um, yeah, they feel as though he shouldn't be getting out. He should. A lot of people feel as though he should have got the same um sentencing that R. Kelly got. No difference is what a lot of people are saying. My sweet, I ain't say that. That's what the people is saying. Ray J needs some attention from mental health professionals, Miss Maria said that part. Miss Faith says 50 Cent said he going to do one on Jay-Z. His wife need to stay quiet. Oop. Mm. But y'all know what? I can really see them guys out there, allegedly, Ja Rule and all of them out there with all of this bullshiggity they were saying that they was indulging in way back in the day. Never, never, ever, ever, ever did they probably think it would become um Diddy be in jail, documentary being done, da 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 this and da 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 da. They wasn't even thinking about none of that stuff at the time. All of it was going on. Also, he says, "Oh well, he would be out. I told you he is here with me now." My sweet, you know what? Some of these people be listening to this live, probably be like, "Is that really Diddy girlfriend in that chat? Is that true? Do she really know?" My sweet, stop confusing the people out here, honey. Got the people thinking that you is the real deal here, child. I can But y'all, I did see I was trying to find it again. The shooting that was in Chicago where that girl shot that lady in front of her little boy and all of that stuff. I feel as though all both of them need to be charged with first degree murder, child. But I think they is charging that girl with first degree murder. But they need to get that dude as well. You take both of them because it was so unnecessary. They didn't have to do all of that stuff. They woke up that morning with the devil, playing with the devil. Now look at that, and got yourself in trouble. So yes, the good people done made enough noise down there. Um, so yes, she getting ready to be charged, child. Should have been in there. If you believe it, but we know, LOL. Oh well, he will be. I tell you, he is here. Okay, but yeah. So that was some good news to hear because that was crazy. Um, that mess they did to that young lady, taking somebody's life like that. Miss Maria says 50 just asking for it. Bay and Jay ain't said about 50. They minding the business that pays them. And if Jay-Z is one half as bad, one half as well connected, why is 50 bothering him? Mm. Well, 50 Cent is probably saying that, he probably didn't even realize that this documentary would pop off like it is and be number one around the world and stuff. So he be like, okay. Let me move on and see who else I can do. Who else I can get into, child? To me, this is like some dangerous stuff these people is doing and playing with, child. Mm-mm. I would be minding my own little business, child. I wouldn't be out there fooling with them crazy people. Mm-mm. I would not bringing no trouble to my house. But child, they still saying Nene Leaks is being she's still on the fence, child, waiting for them to give her the money that she is worth, child. So do y'all think they're gonna give Nene what she want? My sweet says 50 days to get a life. He is lonely. Not lonely, honey. You think that's what it is? Mm, could be. Got all that money and ain't got nobody. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. There's really nothing wrong with that at all. Absolutely. Somebody you don't say that. 50 probably be like, if you get with them, they just want your money, what you don't work hard for. And you be like, I'm not about to be the one that's sharing with no crazy tail female. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. But yeah, y'all, Nene is still negotiating. They saying. So I guess it's people still on waiting to see what she gonna do, child. Nene, go and take the opportunity, baby. Go and jump back in. Um, Miss Maria says, "Mom, sweet, where is his preferences at?" Child, I have no idea, child. None at all. But Married to Medicine was really good last night, child. I'm waiting to see when they catch Dr. Hellish up there, child. Because they need to pay her for everything. Dr. Hellish mouth was in everybody's business. So whenever they get the dragging that, you know what, child, she going to get all that she deserves. They need to give it to her for the old and the new, child. Dig, wait on down there, just give it to her. That's what she needs. Miss Muswee says, I want Nene to keep her legs closed to marry the men and go sit in a corner. John, they said that man that she was messing with out of the Carolinas, his wife was trying to sue her for alienation of affection. Nene had broke up with that dude, but I think they still trying to kick it just a little taste. Child, I'm not sure, but I do think that him and his wife ended up getting a divorce. My sweet says whose preferences? Him, his wife, that man, and his wife did end up getting a divorce. But yeah, I think that man is still messing around with Nene. And two, these here thirsty ass women be on these TV shows and stuff. Child, these men be all over the world plotting against you, trying to get with you, and for clout and all that kind of stuff. And how do you know whether or not him and his wife didn't plan to do such thing as and she sue you for Nene? Y'all better sit down somewhere. Hey, Miss Dee Dee, she says, hey, G Squad, Mazda Chats, hello, welcome. But yeah, they need to be careful with this stuff. Miss Maria says, I'm waiting on Elaine to get what she got coming. So am I. So am I, honey. As for me, this is just my thoughts only. I don't think that she's gonna win. Other people ain't feeling her like that, child. She done tore her britches too, fooling with Carl Lucifer in everybody' business, dragging people down, saying stuff that he ain't true, and all of the above, child. She was just up there doing the most. Now self sabotage is come knocking at your door as well. See that? See how Carlos be getting the people? Y'all see what he do to the people? And he keep right on sailing like la la. I ain't did nothing. Did you talk about Rob Reiner and his wife getting unalived? No, was that the one what the son did, Miss Charlene? Um, that was really sad. Where the daughter found the parents. Elaine done proved she ain't trustworthy. Nope, not trustworthy at all. Uh-uh. No, ma'am. Mm. But yeah, you got to be careful. If that's the one that I seen, um, I think that young man may have been on some drugs or something. To do that with his to do that to his parents. Uh, yeah, I heard the son did it too. Miss Faith, and the daughter found them. That's terrible. Miss Maria says that Charlene, I saw that it's horrible. Their own son, yeah. But I think he, not blaming that on dad or whatever. But shoot, that daughter better been glad she wasn't there. She could have been caught up in the mix of that as well. Mm. But yeah, I think he went there probably asking them for something, and they wouldn't give it to him. And shoot, he just said, "I'm gonna blank out on you then," and blank out and just took everybody out. Miss Candy says Rob Reiner gave his son everything, and he and his wife's life. D rugs stay cleaned, people. Yes, yes, yes. And see, it goes back. You can never do enough for them. I mean, it's not their fault that if they're providing for you and giving you stuff, and you going out there doing rugs with it. Shoot, that's a rich man. High right there. Rich folk kids, yes, rich folk kids. Now they're no longer here. Um, well, he's no longer here. Found himself in prison for the rest of his life, and now it's just the daughter left behind. Oof, that is terrible, though. That is so sad. It seemed like somebody could, the two of them against him. Somebody they should have been able to overpower him. But no, what he do? Just walk in the house and start blasting the people. Child, I could not do too much. Let's see. Mm, yes, child, these children today. American film director and producer. Mm, mm, mm. He was 78 years old, Los Angeles, California. Oh, child, they had quite a few kids. Tracy, Nick, Jay, Romy, 4 kids. Child, there was something wrong with that little boy. Mm. Um, Miss Faith says they were old, 78. Yep. Miss Maria says unless they were asleep or he unalived one, then ambushed the second one when they got home. My sweet says, Miss G, what you doing for Christmas? Probably go to the Carolinas my sweet. Maybe I'm not sure yet. I'm on the fence. I don't plan, I just take off and go. But yeah, yesterday that was so sad, y'all. Mm. He looked like he looked like something was wrong with him. That boy look just as crazy. Nick Rayner is responsible for the death of his parents, a legendary Hollywood director Rob Reiner and producer Michelle Singer Rayner. The couple were found on a live yesterday in their Brentwood home, and investigators eventually determined they were the victim of a homicide. Nick Rayner, 32, was arrested several hours later, and he is being held without bail. If they gave him a bail, who gonna go get him out? Sure wouldn't be me. Let him sit there. Nah, shoot. He looked like he was on some stuff that he shouldn't have been on. That's what he looked like. Um, Miss Maria says I was shocked. Maria says a news source said the son had been in. I guess the son had been in and out of rehab. Um, yeah, son. Mm. Rug rehab. Miss Didi says, "Hey, Mar Sweet. Um, rug rehab. Probably so, 'cause that's what he looked like, child. But that's terrible. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Ooh, I couldn't even only imagine. He probably took on the dad first, got him out the way, and then overpowered the mom, and that was the end of that. But that's a lot on that family. Yeah, literally lost three people yesterday. But it is so sad. A lot around the holidays. A lot of this crazy stuff be happening. We be losing a lot of our loved ones and stuff. So, child, we just got to stay prayed up, child. Just keep praying for better days. The demon, keep the demon away. What y'all doing for Christmas? My sweet, what you doing for Christmas? Y'all doing all that cooking? Y'all don't even like for people to be doing all that cooking. Basically, this really the same old stuff you have for Thanksgiving. I don't want all of that stuff. Give me a normal meal and let me go sit down somewhere and eat my food. Marissa seems like his parents did everything they could to help him. Miss Dee Dee says that my sweet. She says, "Hey, yeah, but child, they thought they did everything they could to help him, but his mind. Ugh. Y'all know them clear kids be out there trying all kinds of stuff, child. Mushrooms and all of that kind of stuff. Ooh, I still ain't figured out what they be doing with the mushroom. But they say they get an amazing high. They get them early in the morning or some kind of mess. Miss Charlene says loved him on all in the family. Mm. Mom Sweet says no, I cook for Thanksgiving. Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Child. I help cook for Thanksgiving too, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing no help cook for nobody for no Christmas, child. It's like every man for themselves. Get what we can. Miss Sexy Diva says we doing Mexican food. I am making some dessert. And it's good to switch it up sometimes. Do some different stuff. Um, for these holidays. And then at the same time, you can still have some of like the normal stuff that you normally have for Thanksgiving. But I don't be really caring for all of that stuff like that. Mm-mm. I can ride from this person's house to the next person's house, scoop up me a little taste of potato salad or something like that. Y'all keep right on going. Miss Maria says that Charlene now only Sally Struthers is left. Miss Charlene says they probably were asleep. I think he stabbed them in the neck. Oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Ooh. Mm. That is so terrible. Can y'all imagine what that daughter when she went there? Mom, hey mom, dad, where y'all at? Mom, and just keep following and going up them steps, and that's what you. Ooh, child. I'd have tore a hole in the wall trying to get out of there. Problem. Mm-mm. That is real sad. Miss Maria says we having family dinners for Thanksgiving and Christmas at Christmas. It's a pitch in. That sounds good. And the Mexican food. Yeah, that Mexican food sounds really good too. Hey, Miss TJ's Queen. She said she would never be the same. Oh, absolutely not. Mm-mm. And then the anger that she's gonna hold, resentment for that brother, you know, she probably like, he do have rug issues or whatever, but that doesn't justify you taking mom and dad out. You damn certified clown, you rehab 17 times. My goodness. Mm. Think about all the money they put in. If somebody put in it, and no doubt it was at a good rehab place, so he didn't want to do better for himself. You gotta want this, child. See that we talk about that all the time. People with all that money, too much time on their hand, and they still don't be happy. Be out there doing the most. Look at Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. All that money in the world, all that money he got, all that time, and still sit there and get bored. Let me just start doing something that's crazy. That's causing harm and hurting other people. Miss Maria says that TJ's Queen, hey, beautiful, happy Monday. But yes, that is bad. Mm-mm. But no, mm-mm. Now they planning a funeral for him, but maybe one of the siblings are go and check on him and see how he's doing or some child. I don't know. That'll be a hard one for me to do. Once we said, don't do that. My man isn't in that. Ms. Maria says, I think folk doesn't realize unless rehab is court order, the patient can sign themselves out at any time. Mm. That is so true. That is so true. They can sign themselves out, and at the same time, if they don't want to be in rehab, it's gonna be defeating the purpose for them to even be in there. Hey, Miss Deborah, she says, "Hello, G Mars and Chats. How are you today? Happy Monday to you." It's just defeating the purpose, but mm, 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 mm. I wonder where did he go at after he. Okay. Wait a minute. Mental health is real. We know that. Hey, Miss Salt and Light. She said, "Lord, I'm late." Hey, everyone. Hey, beautiful. Mental health is real, but you was insane enough to go do what you did, and then you had enough sense to leave the scene of the crime, and then you hiding out, and now you got mental health. I mean, all that ain't sounding right to me. ZD for Christmas, Miss Charlene says. Ooh, that sounds good. Miss Marissa says something like, "Hello, gorgeous, happy Monday." Miss Didi says that Deborah, she says, "Hey, put him on suicidal watch." Mm, mm. Uh, Miss Maria says, Deborah, hey friend, how you been? Um, he probably don't even want to be here no more at this point in time. Even if do y'all really think he has realized what he's done at this point? I'm not really sure. Would I be sure? Child, I cannot. The chasing that first high. He wanted that first high, child. That's how come he keep going to rehab and getting out of rehab. He chasing it, and he cannot get it. He can't get it. Yeah, he can't get it. Miss Deborah says, "Hey Maria, I'm hanging in there, child. That's all we can do, honey. Hang in there. Hang on in there." Once he sobers up, he will probably try to unalive himself. Mm. Oh, so you are saying, or you are thinking that there's a possibility that he did find maybe something in there of a value, and probably went and sold it if they didn't have like money around, or he took the credit cards and all that bullshit, and went and took some money out and went and got himself high and sat in a corner and did whatever they do, and mm, child. Bad as I hate to go to the doctor now, when I have to do blood work. I don't even like them poking me. I know I wouldn't do good. I couldn't do that, child. Poking, poke. But I don't know if y'all ever seen people that's really on that stuff like that. They poke every part of their body that's pokeable. They poke every part of their body to get that stuff in them. I saw this clear girl one day at a store. Man, she was so thin and frail. She had all them sores in her back, feet. That's just what she was poking, trying to get doing the needle thing and getting to a child. It was not nothing nice to see. And them sores was oozing and all that. I was like, goodness gracious, Lord have mercy, help her. Miss Faith says right here at Christmas. My sweet says, Miss G, you act like you don't care to spend Christmas with me and my mate. Well, I didn't get a proper invite. So, and I know your time that you have with him can be a little taste limited. And the last thing I want to do is intervene, because y'all might be doing some wild, crazy, bucky activities going on up in there, honey. I was not trying to be a part of that there, my sweet honey. That ain't my cup of tea, baby. But I'm gonna be around to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. And I know you got child, I know you're gonna have something nice for Christmas. What he want for Christmas, my sweet? Just you wrapped up in a red bow. Uh, he said, that's all I want for Christmas, child. Mm, what a way to say no. Ooh. Well, you didn't invite me though, but I want you to enjoy all your time with him. I mean, you can catch up on another time. When you come up to breathe, you can chitter chat a little later and stuff like that. Um, Miss Maria says there was a series about addicts. One woman said, when you're bad on it, you don't think past getting more rugs. It's not until you sober up that you realize what you've done. It was sad. Mm, 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 mm. Not only that, they be mixing up all kinds of stuff, y'all. All kinds of stuff. I never. I was. Me and a friend was taking somebody to a place to get help for being an alcoholic, and that person said, he just wanted to stop at a store. Can we just stop at a store? We was on our way. Can we just stop at a store? He wanted something to drink or something, which was a lie. But anyway, the dude went in there and got some mouthwash, child. Mouthwash? It wasn't even the Listerine. Y'all know the brown kind. It was like the minty greenish, bluish looking Listerine. He had that and was drinking it, child, and it was making him throw up. I'm like, well, that's defeating the purpose. What is you doing that for? Child. Ooh. My sweet says all he wants for Christmas is me. Oh, we just pat now. Ooh, child. I cannot. But yes, it's just how far these people go to get that. But it could have been any of us, y'all. None of us was exempt, just spared by the grace of God. It could have been any of us. Miss Marissa's the woman had unalived her mom. She said her mom was the only family member that tried to help her. Mm. Thank you, Miss Maria. And when you see people out there on them drugs like that, your heart go out to them, and you wish there was something that you could do to help them. But child, ooh, my sweet, wait a minute, my sweet, how's Diddy? He seems to be looking really good. From the little pictures that I seen of him out there on the ground. How he doing? Not being getting his little drink on and stuff. I'll say it like that. Miss Maria says one guy drank gasoline. Ooh, child. I know people huff off of gasoline. They do that now. I don't know what they get out of that, but yes, child. Be huffing off of gasoline. All Diddy want for Christmas is more millions. Ooh, I ain't said. I ain't said, Miss Faith. I ain't said, Miss Faith. But yes, he look like he's doing really well, probably going through withdrawals and all of that kind of stuff. Even though he's all grayed out and everything now. And at our age we do have gray. But he seems to be adjusting very well with everything that he's had to endure. I'm just saying, my sweet. And I'm sure my sweet's been doing a lot of praying for him as well, praying for better days, child. Hmm. That's it. That's all, child. But yeah, people go be doing something in and everything, just mixing up all kinds of stuff just to get a feel. And ooh, child. My sweet said just fine. He is rug free. Stop lying on my man, little Missy. Not little Missy, honey. My sweet be coming through for her man child. She reminds me so much of that cold bird child. She reminds me so much of her child. The way she says my man, and stands 10 toes down for him, child. But deep down, I know she knows he's wrong. He be wrong in the situation, but she be trying to hang on up in there, child. She really do. But yeah, y'all, if y'all didn't get over there and see that Married to Medicine, child, y'all might want to just tune in for that one right there, child. That little boy right there, he worked my everlasting nerve. I said a little ungrateful little. Mm. And she got up from that table and she was storming off and she was steady cussing and carrying on. Then the little boy looking at all three of them were really looking at him like, whatever, dude. You do this every time. You'll be all right in the morning. Go on in there and take your nap until your phone buzz and the people call you to come in and go to work. Until then, we don't care about that mess you're talking about because you're going to do what we want you to do anyway. Hmm. She says, always three against one. My sweet says, I know, but he needs some body. Poor fella. He needs somebody. Poor fella. Child. I cannot. Just doing the most. But child, we're gonna be sitting around here tomorrow, and Wednesday, no later than Wednesday, child. I am so curious about the ratings from this bullshiggity that was on them people's TV on Saturday night, child. I think this is gonna be they ain't gonna let us see it. Never mind. They ain't gonna let us see it. They're not gonna let us see it. Miss Maria says, random. Did y'all see the TikTok where the chick was complaining because she brought her 8 cheering on a first date? She was mad he bailed out and didn't pay the bill. Eh, I wouldn't have paid that bill either, honey. Miss Didi says, oh, OMG. My sweet says they did lie on him, them 304. Oh, I know what I'll get ready to say to y'all child a while ago. They saying that boy, my sweet, that was affiliated and freely joined in on them their freak offs. You know what he was getting paid from your man and Cassie? It says that they have located said Cassie, and that her attorney has responded. Tells me that that little young man wanting 20 million. I said, what? Child, he want half of what she got, honey. He said she's sitting on too much daggone money. Hi, Miss Sonia, how are you? Happy Monday. She says, happy Monday, everyone. But yeah, he done he wants some of that money, child. How dare did he go to jail? And how dare you get all this money and I played a major freaking part in this situation, satisfying y'all, working my body, and I don't get nothing else. Everything just get cut out. No, somebody got to pay me. He's going after the bag, y'all. Watch, it's probably gonna be 300K, no explanations, no nothing. Yeah, that part. Miss Maria says, Sonya, where in the world is Carmen Santiago today? Um, yeah, that boy said he wants some of that money, child. Sound like to me, child. That's another case we got to sit and wait and see what the end gonna be with that as well, child. But yes, She has been located. The attorney has responded. They had to respond, or he could have uh walked away with some cats owing him some 20 million plus child. So Miss Didi says, speaking to Sonya, so yes, child, she got to come out and answer some more questions, child. It's like a never ending situation with all of this stuff, child. Let's just keep going and going and going and going. Child, my goodness. Mm-mm. Miss Marie says he need to shut the fuck up. He going about his business. He can't prove nothing. He has said. I hear y'all say that quite often, but I remember in an interview that he did over there with Tasha K, he did say that she called him and told him that she AB'd their baby. Now, I guess it can be looked at as his word against her word, and he's gonna have to prove it or whatever, child. But he did say that. So, child, I kind of think he might get a little quarter out of this situation, child. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, child. But and then he got caught up with some ST to the D's and all that kind of stuff, child. Boy, what were you thinking out there doing all that mess with all them different kind of folk and all that stuff y'all was out there doing? What else did you expect to get? I want him to get every dime from her, my sweet said. Not every dime. Ooh, child. Miss Sonny says, "Hey, Maria, I'm home. The plumber just left. The water pipe busted, but he fixed it. Did it freeze, Miss Sonny? Because it was real cold last night. Um, Miss Maria says, did he record it? If not, she couldn't call him to say, leave me alone. Absolutely, absolutely. As deep as he's going in this, maybe he do have some hidden stuff that she don't know nothing about, and she's probably on the fence with it, trying to figure out, do he have something? Did he record me? She don't know what he got, so she just got to play it out and see what happens. Miss Sonya says, hi at Miss Didi and my sweet. Yeah, it's like a guessing game. And Rich says, Sonya, oh no, I'm glad he fixed it. Yes, child. In these winter months, child, we can expect anything. Miss Deborah says, hey, Sonya. But yeah, he's going for her gut, for the juggler, honey, for the juggler. Pay me what you owe me, pain and suffering. Disposing of my kid. How do you know I wanted you to do that? He's singing a song, child. He is singing a song. Mm. I guess she said, Lord, I got all these millions. Can't get no peace. Name all up and down through the internet, scandalizing, dragging me. I mean, it's a lot of bull stuff behind all that mess, child. Is it even worth it? Miss Saint said, didn't Cassie say everything in court? I think he's going to get paid. I think so too, Miss Sonia. But I do remember that dude saying that over there on Tasha K. Um, that's what under put her in jail. Mm. Yeah, I think he gonna get a quarter out of it, child. This boy right here, he was probably sitting in the background listening to everything, the recordings and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, she really don't know what this dude has, and he did play a major part in the FOs and all of that. Miss Maria says, how would he know it was his if, in fact, she did have an AB? How can he prove she gave him an STD? That's a good question. Without the M under. That's a good question, Miss Maria. But like I said, for him to be going through all these hoops and all of that kind of stuff, and for the judge to put out there for him to locate her at any means, they have to have had something. Um, they gotta have something. The judge ain't just finna be wasting their time and all that kind of mess like that. He's not a Huntsville judge. Them Huntsville judge do about anything, child. Diana, but yeah, it seems like he might have something. And it sounds like he was like the main person that they called. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him. Miss Lane says he has text messages. Ooh, shut it down right there. That's what I'm saying. He had to have had something for them to be going through this. And she knows that he had something. But it might be a situation where she'd be like, tell her lawyer, let's just see, can we settle this without having to go to court and all that bullshiggity. Because if she know he got something, I mean, if she don't try to settle with him, he could end up getting way more than she probably wanted to give him. So um and also in that interview, he did say that she was the one that reached out to him and told him all of that stuff. So I don't know what she was thinking when she said all of that shit. Maybe she could not have been in her right state of mind, but that's what the boy said, child. And he has that, and he had got text messages, you know, mm, why he is not suing Puff. He might get hold of Puff after. Sweet, why he ain't suing Puff? Uh, I'm not sure, and who's to say he's not? But it hasn't come out yet. But I think he's going after her mainly because of the AB of the baby. That's just my thoughts only, child. It could be deeper than that. I don't know. But yeah, he probably gonna try to get little P Diddy too. Cause he said P Diddy wanna sit to the side and watch him, and P Diddy wanted him to put down hands and knees, toot that thing up for me, toot it up. Sorry, my sweet, but you can expect to hear this kind of stuff on the internet, baby. I ain't said my sweet. That what that dude said, child. His life ain't been the same. He ain't got nobody to calling him. Child, when they reached out to him, he probably felt like he hit the gold mine. And he too didn't have enough sense to save up. Nothing sound like to me. Miss Marissa, these days texts aren't the end all be all. They could be fake or taken out of content. Remember how Destitute did those so-called texts from Moses? Yes. My sweet says, leave my man out of this. My man didn't do nothing. STD and all. Child. Well, you know what? Text messages can be altered, but there's a way you can get them from the phone company. So I'm telling y'all, there's just no telling the link that young man has went to, to show said proof for his allegations. So, like I said, it's just one of them things we gotta wait and see. But I do believe he has something, and Cassie knows that he has something that that can hold her accountable for a lot of stuff. So, I just believe that she'll probably try to, pay him without it being in the court or whatever. Try to come up with some kind of settlement for him. Shoot, he had no work and all that kind of stuff. He was living his best life when he was dealing with them. And you gonna give me how many millions? I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. You ain't gotta worry about me bothering you no more, girl. Thank you for my pain and my suffering, child. That's what he looking at, child. Little taste of pain and suffering. But y'all, cheering, I done been out here about an hour and a half. If y'all did not get down there to try to give Ray J some help, for the people, anybody located down in the Florida area, Ray J is out there. Haven't seen anything else of him since the other night, child. Hopefully, some nice family took him in for the night. He wasn't gonna be in there stinking up your house and then cause he had some change of clothes. He just wanted a nice hot meal, somewhere to lay down, after a hot shower and all of that. And he was gonna get up the next morning and move around. That's what Ray J said he wanted to do. Surprised he didn't call Kim Kardashian or somebody to come and pick him up, but I don't know why he didn't do all of that. Miss Maria says, well, the same way folks said Cassie was responsible for what she went through, he should be held to that same ridicule ridicule standard. Yes. Miss Faces, don't give his a broke ass nothing. Nothing, nothing. Um, Miss Sonya said Ray J has money. He just wants some attention. Miss Sonya, you see Ray J out there with his thumb? He had a little thumb out there, Miss Sonya. That thing was too funny to me, honey. And his little tan sweat jogging suit he said he had on. 30 Brandon Monica then threw him off there that bus, child. Whatever they were traveling on. Put him right on the outside the road. Ray J said, I don't know why they put him out, child. He won't cutting up or nothing like that. But anyway, y'all, I have enjoyed y'all. Happy Monday, everybody. If y'all didn't hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way in, please hit it on your way out the door. To the bush campers in the bushes watching, please make sure you hit the button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. In the words of Miss Maria, she says, thanks for dropping in on the live. Hope you were entertained. Until the next time, wishing y'all love, peace, and hair grease. Enjoy your evening. Y'all stay warm out there, child, because I think the temperature, thank you, Miss Sonia. I think the temperatures will be dropping some more, child. Like I said, it was freezing last night, child. Child, oh my goodness, child. And the wind was blowing. It was cutting. Can't go out there in that, child. Can't be out there in that. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Happy Monday. Did they really kick him off? He was out there walking, Miss Dee. That's all I saw him out there walking, baby. And they did say they kicked him out, kicked him off the thing, child. It's so cold. Yes, it was so cold. Like I said, today the wind wasn't blowing like it was blowing last night. It was ridiculous out there last night, child. So prayers up for anybody that was out there and didn't have nowhere to go. Um, cause y'all know people be finding people unalive for freezing to death and all of that. That could have easily happened to somebody last night. That's how cold it was. But anyway, I love y'all. Happy Monday. Catch y'all on the next one. Bye.